This is my course reflection video for LLED 5040E Language and Culture, Fall 2025. So I'm looking back on this class. I wrote some notes. I learned how important it is to integrate language support into like regular classrooms instead of just like having just like a ESOL class. How it's ideal to basically have a ESOL support and integration in every single classroom rather than just like having it as one class. And focusing on identity, culture, and the critical literacy, it really helped me change how I thought about teaching multilingually, like teach or multilingual teaching, in the sense of I, as a multilingual speaker myself, understand that it can be hard to be in places like PWIs, which predominantly white universities or institutions, and feel seen as a minority, and kind of creating an environment where my students feel seen and where their culture feels respected. And we're not only just focusing on a good side, but also the bad side and looking at it as a holistic view of like, here, here's everything about this culture, and also about how a lot of things that try to be good, like a neutral stance, are inherently impossible or pressing really to most multilingual speakers. Because if you try to take a neutral stance, then it really is just ignoring people's culture and ignoring their identity and where they come from instead of accepting it and embracing it, which is what we should do, and looking at it at a holistic view. Um, Another thing I really liked was seeing practical strategies that I can use in the classroom. It definitely gave me ideas for what I want my class to look like in the future and what I want my students to feel like and how I want to treat them, and just more ways I can make my class more welcoming and accepting for them, and more ways I can have my students feel seen and heard. Um, I feel like over time, I definitely felt more connected with the content, especially towards the end. And I feel like that definitely helped. Sorry, my notes went out. Okay, we're back. Um, but overall, I really enjoyed the class. I felt it was very eye opening. There were definitely some things where I was like, okay, I, as a minority who grew up in Georgia and went through the ESOL program, understand these things already. There were some times where I was like, okay, this feels like I already knew this, but I have to keep in mind not everyone has that background, and this is a lot of new information for a lot of other people. I also felt like overall I did take a lot out of this class, and one thing I really took was the fact of just learning how to better support my students, learning how to better make them feel accepted, and how just some different teaching methods. Um, I overall am very happy with this class, and I'm very much enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you. Bye.